Welcome back. We've talked about why video is essential for your business. Now let's look at how businesses are using video to connect with their audiences, grow their brands, and drive results, because that's what we're all about, right? It's a mix of strategies that work across different industries and ideas that you might even be able to start implementing straight away with your content. Firstly, product or service videos. Kind of the obvious one, right? What do you do and how do you do it? Perfect for showing your audience exactly what you offer and how it solves their problem. With these ones, focus on the audience. It's all about that last bit, how it solves their problem. It's the hammer analogy, right? I can never quite remember it, but I've got this really cool hammer. It's got this really comfortable handle and it drives nails into walls. People don't actually want to hear about the hammer. What they want to hear about is what it's going to do for them. It's going to help them get their picture rails up so that they can hang all of those family pictures that they've been gathering and printing and that are now sitting in a drawer somewhere. Solve the problem, not just spout the features. Anyway, so for, I don't know now, for a local bakery, for example, you might post a video of your freshly baked bread. Okay, you're probably going to have to do that at 4:30 in the morning because I'm pretty sure that's when you guys start. And you might even be holding it and going, "This smells amazing. Come in early while it's still fresh, while it's still warm, and your house too can smell like this," or something like that. Um, but it's all about actually showcasing your product or service, but in a way that the audience can relate. This also encompasses some of your behind the scenes stuff, especially when it's behind the scenes of how you make something or how something is created. It could be how your employees are packing orders for businesses that are in the e-com world where people don't really get to see that much of you in real life. So these ones are really simple to create because it's just filming stuff that you already do and putting a few words against it. And it's also tapping into what audiences love, authentic, that word, real life moments that build trust and make them feel connected to your business. And the best thing about these ones as well, they don't have to be perfect. Perfect kind of doesn't work there because then people think you're using stock stuff. Keep it real. Next up, educational and how-to videos. Now, I love these. I've always loved these, but as you can probably tell, I kind of like the how-to stuff. That's why I'm teaching you how to do something. Positioning yourself as an expert in your field not only builds trust, but keeps your audience coming back for more. There's a fine line here between giving away absolutely everything you know and helping your customers along a journey right up to a point where then they need you. Sometimes that can even be giving away most of what you know and how you do it, but in such a way that the customer's going to really love that and go, "Oh my God, that's amazing. I don't have the time to do that myself, so I'm going to get her to do it." So a financial planner, I've got a couple of those on my books. Might say, here's 3 tips I use to save money in the lead up to Christmas, and then give those 3 tips. It's a how to, but does it actually teach the audience how to be a financial planner? No. No, 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 no. It's a snippet of what they do. But it's helpful, it's educational, and has people coming back for more because whenever they start to think, "I've gone over budget, I need to start reeling stuff in," if they remember you as the person that had some really, really cool practical tips about financial planning and budgeting and how to save money, then they're going to come back to you, come back to your socials, and then that will just build from there. They keep coming back. The more times they see you, the more times they know, what you do, how you do it, and that you're helpful and they resonate with how you talk and what you teach and what you do. When they do actually need your services, such as, should we start an SMSF? They know who to come to because they already trust you. Next, a beauty salon. how to keep your hair healthy between appointments. Again, you're not giving away absolutely everything you know, but you are educating your audience on something related to what you do. And let's face it, if your clients keep their hair healthy between appointments, it actually makes your job easier. And I will apologize to my own hairdresser for not following her tips when it comes to between appointments. Here, fitness coach. I've worked with those before as well. Could demo quick at home workouts or stretches that people can do or movement activities that people can do when when they've been sitting at their desk for too long or when they first wake up in the morning and they need to stretch out. Again, not giving away absolutely everything you know, but definitely helping those clients and educating them along the way. These videos provide value, which is what keeps the audience engaged and keeps them coming. Next off the is behind the scenes videos. I touched on this a little bit before when it was behind the scenes of how you make it, but behind the scenes videos, everyone wants to know behind the scenes stuff. I mean, how many times do you see it pop up on your feed, how things work in a factory and how things are made, put together? It's amazing stuff. We want to know, even if I'm probably never actually going to have anything to do with the process of canning pears. But I loved watching how people do it. We love watching how people do things, especially when they're experts in their field. So give the people what they want. Show them how you do what you do. You know, take them through a typical day. Walk them through your shoes. You could even do bloopers in there. If you do a typical day, then you've got 2 reels because then you've got all of the outtakes as well. Um, you know, Thinking about service industries, a graphic designer might share a time lapse of creating a logo. A boutique owner could show the process of unpacking inventory or packing orders. All of this sort of stuff is really interesting to people. We're curious beings. We like knowing the how behind things. They also build trust because it pulls back the curtain a little bit, and particularly for product businesses, and especially if you are a maker or a creator, showing you actually doing the work or showing your team actually doing the work. It's kind of that social proof thing in a way, really, isn't it? Because, if you do service style work, it's proving that it's not AI doing it. If you are creating things, it's proving that you're not just drop shipping from something overseas, you really are creating these things. So it's the real people, it's the real stuff behind the business, and it's super interesting for people to watch. Talking about social proof, the next one is your testimonials. Now, this is something I love, and I do think of this a little differently to a lot of things. You've got your Google reviews or your Facebook reviews, Trustpilot, whatever they might be. Tell the story behind it. You don't just have to pop it onto a graphics card and post it on your wall. Take it one step further. Tell the story. So I might have a Google review. Actually, I got a new one only the other day. So let me have a look. See if I can find it. Where are they? There's my review. Where's the new one? The new one, there we go. From the amazing Kylie, who I've been working with for ages, and I love her and her business. If you need a financial planner, Creo Wealth in Penrith. Top group of people. Anyway, here's her review. Where do I start with how awesome Anastasia is? Oh, our social engagement has improved dramatically since she's taken over our socials, and she just gets us as a business. There's no stuffy finance stuff here, and she knows how to show our personality. Now, that's not the whole one, but what I could do with that is I could then jump onto video like I am now, and I could say exactly what I said. I've been working with Kylie and the team from Creo Wealth for ages now, and I've done everything for them from helping with video content to editing podcasts. I manage their social media. I have even gone along to their photo shoot days to help them work out what photos they need in their business and, what gaps we have to fill, what content we can come up with. I've been along to their awards nights. I absolutely love this brand, and I have watched this brand go from, in the social media world, go from a brand that, yes, they had recognizable fonts and colors and things like that and a bit of a brand voice happening, but I've watched their engagement grow. I've watched everything grow as we have changed the strategy to become a lot more personal. We are using a lot more video now than we used to use, where we're actually getting the team onto video and giving them scripts to do little skits with the video, little things about, we lost our superannuation. Where did it go? Looking for it and then going, there's a website that helps us with this, and then pointing them towards the government website that helps you find your lost super. It's all of those little things that help them really connect with their audience, but it's also taking that mental load off Kylie, who does everything in this business. She is a powerhouse. I love working with her, and I am so glad I get to take some of that mental stuff off her so that she can focus on managing the team, managing and growing the business, and implementing some of the amazing ideas that they've got. See what I did there? I took a review and I turned it into a story. I'm probably actually going to use that. I'm probably going to snip it and use it because it wasn't too bad for off the cuff. But it's really making use of those reviews and testimonials that you've got by telling the story behind. And actually, the reason that video is so good for that is the audience can see how much you loved working with that client. And they think, you know what? I'd love to work with somebody who is this enthusiastic about my business or about whatever it might be. My health, my fitness, my nails, if you're a nail technician. I'd love to work with this person because I could see that they just loved working with this client who has left them a great review. So we know the client loves working with them too. It is gold. It is making the most of something. It is telling a story. And you know what? You don't have to actually come up with it all because it's just a story. And it also gets people going to look at the reviews to see even more people that love you and what you do. Next one, entertainment and relatability. Now, I love bringing some comedy into this if I can. In any industry, comedy can work. If I need to show you some of the, I suppose, more drab, boring, or even slightly dark industries that work really, really well with comedy, I can show you examples. They're not my clients, they're just ones that I love. And you can see just how well comedy is relatable, humor is relatable to people, but also making anything entertaining and fun. This is where you can jump onto your trending stuff as well. So you could jump onto trends or challenges to humanize your brand a little bit, as long as it aligns. Don't go off and start Harlem shaking it if, that absolutely goes against everything that you do. Or if you're like me and my husband told me never to dance on video again. But, for instance, a marketing agency could use a popular audio clip or a trending audio clip to highlight the chaos of juggling deadlines, while a pet store might show adorable animals with funny captions of what they might be saying to each other. Things like that. Keep it relatable, keep it fun. I'm going to do a whole little bonus module on using humor and comedy in your marketing because I think it is something where people do get quite scared to do it. And I think it is somewhere where you really do have to toe the line between, what could potentially be seen as offensive or a bit ick or try hard and what is actually relatable and funny. So I'm going to do a whole little bonus module on that at some point. Because I actually did a bunch of training on this before I even started using humor in mine and my clients' work. So these are a few examples of how different businesses are using video to connect with their audience, showcase their expertise, and grow their brand. You don't have to try them all at once. You don't even have to try and remember all of them today. This was just showing you how versatile video can be and how well it can work to connect with those audiences. Next, we're going to be diving into your unique video style so that you can jump on camera with a bit of confidence to create content that feels true to you. Let's keep this momentum going. I'll see you in the next module.